Good evening. Hope you're doing well and you've had a nice day. So, I am in a little room and I am staying in Dunedin, New Zealand at the moment. This is probably going to be the only time I have a room by myself. So I wanted to use this opportunity to make a video. I really like this painting. I know you can't see it all that well, but it was the first thing I noticed when I came in here because my granddad used to have the exact same painting in their house, and he died when I was quite young, so it reminded me of him and my nana's house in Wales. So I hope that you can relax, even though there's going to be a lot of background noise. Today I went to several places. I basically explored the town in Dunedin. I went to an art gallery, and then to a church, then to a library, and then I went to a railway station, and finally I went to a museum. Dunedin is a beautiful town, and Dunedin actually means Scotland, so it's safe to say it reminds me of England, somewhere in York or in Scotland. So I wanted to share with you a little bit of Maori culture that I learned from the museum today. It was really cool. I went into one of the sections of the museum and it was all about Maori culture and the myths surrounding it and the history. It's very interesting. I watched a short video when I went in, and I'm going to share with you the creation chant that was said. Unfortunately, I cannot do it in Maori, and I am going to butcher the names. But that's okay, because we're not English professors in here, or Maori professors maybe. So I just hope you enjoy it. So it's called Tikor. Tikor. Again, no idea how you pronounce it. And if you can picture dramatic music and beautiful shots of New Zealand, this is the beginning of the video, and it says, first came the core, the nothingness. Then was the po, the night. The po nui, the great night. Pora, the long night, and on through measureless ages of darkness until the last theatre, the dawn. I think it's really interesting to compare the many different creation stories from different cultures. They all are similar, but also different in their own way, and that you can take bits of truth from everywhere. And with the dawn, out of aeons of nothings, and out of the very womb of darkness itself, evolved the primeval parents. Range? I don't think it's range. It's called something else. I think it's Ranga, the Sky Father, and Papa, the Earth Mother. Yeah, I realised when I went into the museum and I was looking in this section that I would like to know more about Maori culture, and so I thought I'd share a little bit with you. So, seeing as though this is gonna be probably the last video I'll make indoors for a while, although you never know, I might have to splash out again and get a single room. It's very difficult because all of the rooms are getting booked out like that, so I have to be quick if I want to have a place to stay at night. But anyway, seeing as though it might be the last video I do for a while, and I don't know when I can upload this, but I will. I wanted to share with you some notes I've had for a long time that I wanted to talk about, but I haven't had the chance. And these are wisdom notes. Some are mine, some are from various sources that I probably haven't stated. But anyways, let's begin. When you see the ethereal mirror, in your life, that things can be viewed from another perspective, you see that it's just as simple as that. You can change yourself. The one who gets upset easily is not living in the moment. They do not consider their possibilities until the last second in order to actually feel it. They live in the past, present and future, but all separated from each other, not united. Some of these quotes you might understand straight away on your level of perception, but some of them might require more thought. Not too much thought, but they may require some reflection. If you don't want to be one with the universe, then it means you do not feel enough love in order to want it enough. Everything in this world is poison or medicine, depending on how much you take and what you use it for. I think this one is mine. It looks like mine. So, let's see what past me thought. What if the world is already awakened and I'm just finding out about it in steps, in the same way that I'm unlocking it in my mind? When I need to learn something new, I manifest a video or some writing that I am to read, and I begin to think the world is slowly awakening, but really, it is me who is awakening to the world. Take what you will. Okay, so this is a long quote by Robert Augustus Masters. All who are into spiritual have engaged in spiritual bypassing. We need to accept that we have or are using it to avoid our psychological issues and to feel better about ourselves. We must view this with genuine compassion and understanding, not judgment or denial. We must be aware of our capacity for spiritual bypassing. We need to stop impaling ourselves on various spiritual shoals and practices and preoccupations of being nice, positive and spiritual. We need to recognize and act on addressing our darker or less spiritual emotions, impulses and intentions, and stop denying them as a part of who we are. We must be aware of our need to be someone special, spiritual, advanced, and stop dividing everything positive and negative, higher and lower, spiritual and non-spiritual. We want to reach a state of immunity to suffering. I think it's quite hard. But yes, I think that is similar to Buddha's teachings. But we haven't learned how to do that just yet. I haven't. The shadow is, so to say, the blind spot in your nature. It's that which you won't look at about yourself. The nature of your shadow is a function of the nature of your ego. It is the backside of your light side. In the myths, the shadow is represented as the monster that has to be overcome, the dragon. It is the dark thing that comes up from the abyss and confronts you the minute you begin moving down into the unconscious. That's Joseph Campbell. This is from Me Tu Noter. I don't know why that was with a French accent. It's not French. Unity and thus prosperity in society can only be achieved by man's efforts to intuit the knowledge of how the divine agencies are shaping his life, i.e., to intuit the knowledge of the divine plan. You have to really feel the words, because otherwise they are just words and they mean nothing. That's what requires focus. I know it's an ASMR video, but just try and feel become the plan and let peace, prosperity, and spiritual realization reign in the world. Ra'un Defer Amen. In brackets, J. Parker. We are the true currency. Money will come as we raise our current. Law of the sea. The current sea is currency. Consciousness is the one true currency. So, finally, I'll finish with a quote from, I'm not sure where it's from, but a friend sent it to me a while ago and I've kept it there for a long time, and maybe it's ready for me to share it with you now. In Celtic tradition, an Anam Cara is a teacher, companion or spirit guide. With the Anam Cara, you share your most inner self to reveal the hidden intimacies of your life, your mind and your heart. This friendship cuts across all convention to create an act of recognition that belongs and belonging that joins souls in an ancient and eternal way. In everyone's life there is a great need for an Anam Cara, a soul friend. In this relationship you are understood as you are, without mask or pretension. When you are understood, you are at home. And with that, I will wish you a good night, my friends. I know it wasn't the longest video ever. Maybe that's a good thing. New Zealand is such a magical place. I can hardly believe I'm here sometimes. I'm just looking at a picture of it right now. And the Maori people really knew what they were doing when they came here. Only 1,000 years ago, can you believe it? That's crazy. No wonder it feels so untouched, especially where I am now. Well, not Dunedin,